If you've never driven a modern roundabout, chances are good you will soon enough. They've been used very successfully throughout the world for more than 20 years, and beginning in the 1990s, they've been used across the United States in a wide range of environments, including both urban and rural settings. The Kansas Department of Transportation and local governments are turning to this traffic control device more often as a means to manage traffic by reducing conflicts, increasing intersection capacity, controlling speed, and most importantly, reducing crashes at intersections. Research has shown roundabouts to be considerably safer than typical intersections.
The classic study was the one done by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, where they found roughly a 40% reduction in all crashes and about a 70% reduction in injury crashes, which to me is the most significant advantage of a roundabout, is the reduction in injury crashes and a projected 90% decrease in fatal crashes.
Dr. Russell's study of roundabouts in Hutchinson, Olathe, Manhattan, and north of Paola revealed another advantage of roundabouts. They greatly reduce delays.
And we're finding roughly 50 to 80% reductions in stopping and delay.
It's important that you know what they are and how to safely drive through them, and that's what this video is all about. Let's start with what a modern roundabout is not. It is not a traffic circle. It's also not a mini circle, a traffic calming device used in residential neighborhoods.
A mini circle is really an object, really a circular object placed in the middle of an intersection without really changing anything else at the intersection. And it's really to get you to, it's an obstacle in the middle of the intersection to get you to slow down, because you're not going to be able to drive over it. You're going to have to drive around it. Roundabout is put in to slow you down, to get lots more traffic through an intersection, and basically, you know, improve the intersection and invite traffic to come through it instead of trying to divert.
The first major difference between mini circles and modern roundabouts is that roundabouts have a yield at entry rule. This means traffic entering the roundabout must yield to traffic already in the roundabout. Another key difference between roundabouts and traffic circles is that modern roundabouts use deflection. They have splitter islands in the approach lanes, forcing drivers to enter the intersection at safe angles and slower speeds. The third major difference is that roundabouts sometimes have a flared entry. The entry often widens or flares from 1 or 2 lanes of traffic to 2 or 3 lanes at the yield line to allow for increased traffic flow. Those differences help us define what a modern roundabout is. A roundabout is a circular intersection with a raised central island and splitter islands in the approach lanes to slow and control the direction of traffic. Traffic traveling within the roundabouts has the right-of-way to vehicles approaching the intersection. Approaching vehicles yield at the entry until an opening in the roundabout is available. Once in the roundabout, vehicles circulate around the center island in a counterclockwise direction until they reach the desired street intersection. Roundabouts are being designed and built as an alternative to the traditional intersections for many reasons. However, the main reason is safety. Roundabouts can reduce the number of collisions by 50 to 90% compared to a traditional 4-way intersection. This significant reduction in accidents is largely due to the lower number of conflict points. Conflict points are those areas where collisions could occur as traffic paths cross. At a traditional 4-way intersection, there are 32 potential conflict points. In a 4-way roundabout, that number is reduced to 8, and none of them are at right angles.
Now at a roundabout, because you've lessened that angle that vehicles can strike each other, you've really lessened the impact to the driver. And because of that, you really drop their chance for being injured. And what you see when you put in a roundabout is you will still have some accidents, but they tend to be more sideswipe, rear end, at a slow speed, and so your injury accidents just drop.
Roundabout intersections also enhance pedestrian safety. Reduce vehicle speed, reduce pedestrian-to-vehicle conflict points, and reduce length of crossing all contribute to a safer intersection for pedestrians. Roundabout intersections are able to handle a higher number of vehicles than standard intersections and still reduce delays. A higher number of vehicles are able to travel through the roundabout in less time because they yield instead of stopping at a traffic light or stop sign.
You hate to sit at a stop sign or a traffic signal with a red light when no traffic's coming and just be there for no reason. So really, the improvement to delay is so important because it's all a matter of just the traffic flowing through.
A study of roundabouts in Kansas confirmed the reduction in delays. Here are a couple of examples. At the Rogers and Sheridan roundabout in Olathe, the average intersection delay during the morning rush dropped from almost 38 seconds to about 12 seconds. That's a decrease of 69%. In the evening rush, the delay dropped from more than 90 seconds to about 12 seconds, a reduction of 87%. In Paola on K68, the intersection delay dropped from 19 seconds to 5.5 seconds, a reduction of more than 77%. Reduced delays also benefit the environment by reducing fuel consumption and air pollutants. Eliminating traffic signals at roundabout intersection reduces the annual maintenance and electricity cost of the intersection. These yearly savings are approximately $5,000 per intersection. Aesthetically, roundabouts are more attractive than traditional intersections because the large center islands can be landscaped. Now that you know what they are and why they're safer, let's talk about how to drive a roundabout. As you approach the roundabout, you will notice a roundabout ahead sign with an advisory speed sign posted below it, followed by a yield sign ahead. Once you reach the entrance of the roundabout, you will see the yield sign and a dashed entrance line painted at the entrance. As with any intersection, you should watch for pedestrians and bicyclists and be prepared to stop if necessary. A conventional roundabout will have one-way signs posted in the center island guiding you in a counterclockwise direction. Since traffic is moving in one direction, you yield at the entrance and look primarily to your left and watch for oncoming traffic. When a gap opens in the traffic and you are comfortable that you can safely merge, you may then proceed into the roundabout. As you approach your exit, turn on your right turn signal and, once again, watching for pedestrians and bicyclists, exit the roundabout. If you are in or near a roundabout when an emergency vehicle approaches, clear the roundabout to allow the emergency vehicle to enter and exit the roundabout. If there is not enough time to clear the roundabout, get over as far as you can to clear the road, but make sure you are not blocking any of the intersecting roads. And in case you're wondering, roundabouts are designed to handle large emergency vehicles such as fire trucks. Most roundabouts are also designed to handle trucks and school buses. Some people see a truck tire go over the apron in the middle or see tire marks there and think the roundabout is too small. Actually, the apron, called a truck apron, is there just for that reason, to give trucks and buses the extra room they need.